everybody, and welcome back to my zombie-proof base. As you saw from the previous video, it wasn't quite so zombie-proof against the cops and their spitting acid when I spawned 25 cop zombies, and they had 25 cop zombies spewing acid at the base and me, and the acid was hitting the base and causing damage. So I went and I replaced the wood base, which was wood and redwood, so it was very flimsy, and I replaced it with the concrete, as you can see here. Now if I were going to rebuild this from scratch, I would put this as a base, and then I might put a utility level, so that I could, well, you know, I don't even know that I would do that, because this can function as a utility level just as easily as making another floor. But anyway, my idea was that I could, because I want to be able to repair this as needed without having to go underwater. Because if I go underwater, I might drown. It's hard to see down there. It's very inconvenient. So I can repair it from up here. So, and I would make my main quarters above this so that I wouldn't see this ugly concrete. Now I made a fighting area down here for those that want to be a little bit more in touch with the action. It's made up, there's concrete here, then I have a layer of metal trussing, which it doesn't have to be metal trussing. You could put more of this. You could put the iron bars, which I have here as the floor. I went with the metal trussing. I think if I were going to redo it, I would use the iron bars. But because the iron bars are a half block, it lets the water in here, which allows me, when I crouch, to shoot through the bars or shoot through the trussing. I do not know if the acid and explosions can come through that half block. I think that they can. So it is dangerous if there's a bunch of exploding cops. But I think last time I didn't have this layer here. Maybe I did. I don't really remember. But I think this is more sturdy for sure. And because I use the concrete ramp, I'm not going to have that dissolved by cop acid out from under me like in the previous videos. The reason I use a ramp is because the stairs are not, there's no concrete stairs, and ladders get destroyed by water. So I use the concrete ramp. And so now what we really need to do is test this. So let's see if I can do that. See, I can even come over this way a little bit. Yeah. So I think what I'll do, instead of trying to spawn them in here, I'm going to come out here, and I'll spawn them over here. I'm going to do like I did last time. I'm going to do, instead of trying to wait for the horde, I'm going to spawn 25 cop zombies. It's like, oh my god, what a nightmare. But I did put spikes down there because it makes it easier for the cleanup. So let's see, I'm going to spawn 25. And then we'll go, let's see. Wish there was an option to spawn just like a regular horde. But anyways, here we go. Fat zombies. 25 fat zombies. I think. I think that one only spawned one, but I selected 25. I will go and I will do it again. Maybe I did something wrong. Okay. Spawn 25. Well, it looks like it's only spawning one, so I'm just gonna spawn a whole bunch. Okay, there we go. Boy. Talk about lag. My frame rates went into the toilet. Okay, there's a bunch of cop zombies down there now. And I am hunted. And I put a lot of spikes down there. I'm having difficulty seeing them. In fact, I don't see them at all. Which I was hoping that I'd be able to see them. Okay, let me get some breath. Yeah, I'm just not seeing them. Oh, okay, there's one. Like they're hitting the spikes. And there's one exploded. I don't think the explosions will hurt the base, but the spitting acid will. Now, if I didn't have the spikes, this would be much more problematic for me. I'm like thinking that I should remove these metal trussings because I really can't see. And maybe it's because I put the trussings there. So let's remove one over here. How that looks. Yeah, I think that's going to improve. But it'll make it more dangerous. Of course. Acid, and it destroyed some of the trussings because of all that acid. I would say have some trussing, but remove some so that you can shoot out of it. Let's try the sniper rifle. Yeah, they're just tearing up the can shoot through the trussing. But the trussing just makes visibility difficult. And evidently they will hit the spikes. So periodically, if you're going to use spikes, periodically you'll have to repair them. Like after a barrel horde night. Don't forget to breathe. Let's see. Take another pain pill. I want to drink some goldenrod. Yeah, these iron rods don't protect you from explosions and acid. The same way that, say, the trussing and the concrete do. I'm gonna take down this. Because it obscures the view. And I'm going to try putting the iron bars I went the wrong way. Yeah, it's going to obscure visions, but I want to put it on the side here. Let's see. Get this oriented the right way. but I'm going to leave some openings for shooting out. And then, you know, if it gets destroyed, it'll have to be replaced, but I can shoot out these holes. So yeah, this is, I think this is a pretty cool base. And of course, if you got spikes down there and you don't want to fight zombies, you can stay up here. You'll be nice and safe. Some of the zombies will go on there and pound on your spikes, but they'll eventually die from the spikes. And they won't do any serious damage to the base, because the cops are not going to spew acid, I don't think, unless you show yourself. Like, come down here, they're going to start spewing acid. You come up here, and they're going to spew acid at you, and the acid will hit the base. So you might have to do a few repairs after that, but most zombies are not going to do anything. Only the cop zombies are going to spew the acid. So the only ones that pose a threat to this base are the cop zombies. All the other ones are just going to go down there and die on the spikes, and if you don't have spikes, they're going to go down there and they're going to go rah rah rah, and they're going to hit the water and make noise, but they're not going to be able to touch you. So there's my pretty much final analysis of this base. I think it's a really cool base, and it's different from the way most people make bases, so I think that kind of makes it really cool. And I think in my season 4 Let's Play tutorial, I'm going to go through in depth of building this base, and I'm going to make some improvements over this, but you'll have to wait for... Oh, my computer just froze up there. Oh gosh, I hate that. Come on, give me back control of my computer. Okay. So you'll just have to wait for season 4 to see that, because then you'll be able to see what I do in the various stages. I will explain it all. It will be a tutorial, an in-depth tutorial for how to build this, and I will make some improvements because I already thought of some improvements. And yeah, it will be cool. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps to grow my channel. If you want to see more videos, I'm in season 3 of my Let's Play tutorial series, and as soon as Alpha 11 drops, I'll be starting season 4, the one in which I will be building this base. And so get notifications by subscribing and give me a thumbs up. Bye. Oh, you gave me zombie eggs. That's not nice.